Greetings and salutations, sports fans. Coming to you live tonight, it's Todd Edwards, along with my broadcast partner, Dew Jones. Coming to you live tonight from Eastern York High School, it's Todd Edwards alongside my broadcast partner, Brian Singer, and of course, Carter Scappa from the Scappa Report. And we have a big matchup here, semifinal action, District 3 4A, featuring the host Eastern York taking on Big Spring. Brian, it should be a barn burner here tonight. And by the way, it's a sellout crowd here tonight at Eastern York.
Yeah, if you wanted to come out, it's too late, but you can always tune in on Sports Shooting Stars.
And I have some information. We're going to break down some information here. I'm going to start with Big Spring. As an Eastern alum, I feel you'll be able to talk about Eastern tonight.
I appreciate that.
And let's jump in with Big Spring right now, averaging 62 points per game. Defensively, they're giving up 50 points. Out of the Mid-Penn Conference, they defeated Schuylkill Valley, seeking their third straight title appearance, 18-5 on the record. And this is a rematch from last year's title game.
Yep. Highly anticipated here today.
I want to talk a little bit about Eastern York.
Absolutely. So they're the number 2 seed coming into the tournament, and they're seeking their 8th title appearance overall. They have 4 district gold medals so far, looking to make this year 5th. If they win tonight, they'll be playing in Hershey against likely a Berks Catholic. They're the Division II co-champs. They average 58 points a game, and they give up 44 points a game. So I'm anticipating a really good, tight matchup here tonight, Todd.
Yeah, it should be. It's going to be a lot of energy. I'm told to beware of the crowd noise here. You're familiar with the crowd noise here at Eastern, right?
The decibel level will be high tonight.
And some players to keep an eye on for Big Springs. Well, the brothers, Aiden Sally, along with his brother, freshman Landon Sally. Aiden coming in averaging 23 points per game. His brother Landon averaging 16 points per game. Also, we have another player, Brexton Heckendorn. He's a player to keep an eye on. Leads the team in assists. He's willing to give the ball up. Keep an eye out for these players for Big Springs. We'll talk all about them as the game progresses here tonight. But you know a few players from Eastern York as well, Brian.
Absolutely. And when you look down the roster, you see a lot of familiar names. You know, you start with Brady Seitz, a senior, 81% free throw shooter, the youngest son of the coach. His older brother's playing well at Marywood right now, and some have heard the remark that Wrightsville should be named Sitesville. So you're always seeing a Seitz on a roster on the boys or girls side. Got to watch out for Brady. And then you also got another familiar name here at Eastern. You got Cunningham. And I remember when I was a young lad here coming up at Eastern at our basketball camps, his dad, Boomer Cunningham, was the defensive specialist. And I can remember hearing very, very vividly that offense wins games, but defense wins championships. So we'll be looking for his son to make that true. And then obviously everyone knows Carter Walmsley, great player. Again, his father played here at Eastern York. So that just attests to what a great community it is and how much everyone likes staying around. And again, Todd, I'm looking for a really tight game here. I give Eastern a slight edge because they're at home, and I'm biased.
Well, 1,000-point scorer, an O2 graduate in the broadcast booth, Brian Singer from Eastern York. And all this is made possible by our sponsors. We want to give a shout out to our 3 sponsors for tonight's broadcast, District 3 action. Mouse Travel Agency with Vicki Everhart. Let Vicki help you book your next vacation or getaway, located at 1284 Green Springs Drive, right here in York, Pennsylvania. Or give them a call at 717-266-7947. Also, Your Medicare Solutions with Keith and Becky Rill. Have questions about Medicare, or if you qualify for Medicare, give Keith and Becky Rill a call at 717 487-4382. And also, OSS Health. Athletes go through bumps and bruises throughout the season, and OSS Health has a staff to keep you in the game. Check them out online or at their physical location located at 1855 Powder Mill Road right here in York, Pennsylvania. That was a mouthful, Brian. We're going to make our way to the broadcast booth. Settle in with your bottled popcorn and bottled water. How about that tonight?
Yeah.
I'm excited. Sports Shooting Stars, we bring the game
to you.
Discover unforgettable journeys with Kraus Travel, your go-to agency for family vacations, luxury getaways, and adventure tours. Dreaming of an African safari, a European river cruise, or a cozy couple's escape? Our experts tailor each trip to your unique style. Experience the majesty of glaciers and vibrant cityscapes as our images inspire wanderlust. Ready to explore the world with Kraus Travel? Visit us now at kraustravel.com to start your adventure.
Sports Shooting Stars, we bring the game to you.
In like 15 seconds. In like 15 seconds or so.
Okay.
I'm gonna look up and he's gonna tell us like when we're good to go.
Okay. What's that? Welcome back, sports fans. Todd Edwards here in the broadcast booth with broadcast partner Brian Singer, and I'd like to mention some other games that are being played this Monday night. District 3 semifinal action. West York girls travel to York Suburban in a semifinal 5A rematch. Dallastown takes on Lebanon. That's another rematch in the 6A semifinal bracket in girls basketball. And also Red Lion girls playing host to Central Dauphin, semifinal action in 6A. Of course, the winners of those two previous mentioned games will play at the sweetest place on earth. And of course, one of these teams tonight, Brian, featuring Big Spring and Eastern York, will punch their ticket to the Giant Center.
Yeah, and I think the story of the game tonight is going to be, obviously you have your studs on both sides. You have Walmsley, and then you have the Sally kids. And I think we can expect their averages. I think the story that's going to be told tonight is which role players step up. As you remember in last round, you had Anson Marcos, a role player, come in, step up, and hit a gigantic three at the buzzer to propel them to the district semifinal. And I think that's what we're going to see tonight. Who's bench guys, whose role players can make the plays at the right time? I think that's going to tell the tale today.
Yeah, and if it's anything like Eastern York's previous win. We could be in for a barn burner tonight featuring Big Spring and Eastern York right here in front of the home crowd. The Castle Crazies have settled in.
I fully expect that, and when I was talking to my Eastern alumni and getting the feel for everyone, everyone's thinking the same thing. It's a very highly respected opponent. They know what they have to do, but I definitely agree it's going to be a great game, and there are no easy games at this point.
No, as you mentioned, no cupcakes from here on out as they get to the districts and then ultimately states. And we're awaiting player introductions here. And I tell you, Big Spring, Ryan, I noticed pregame, they brought their fans and students section. They're, as you can hear them right now, they're rather vocal awaiting player introductions.
I got here very early, too, because I know the parking situation. And I'll tell you what, Big Spring's already had that section filled up by 6 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, and the Castle Crazies now matching their fandom.
Here in Eastern York High School, we are set for an electrifying night of high school basketball as we have an intense District 3 semifinal matchup featuring two powerhouse teams rounding off the Thursday District 3 4A championship game in Chocolatown, USA. In one corner, the visitors, the 18-5 Bulldogs. The 3 seed of the Eastern School District. They will be taking on your number 2 seed.
And here's a little preview of what you can expect.
I'd like to take a moment to thank our 3 sponsors tonight in tonight's game. Nouse Travel Agency, Your Medicare Solutions with Keith and Becky Real, and OSS Health. Our 3 sponsors here tonight for the District 3 matchup featuring Big Spring and Eastern York.
Yeah, folks, check them out. And as the postseason progresses here, the fees to broadcast these games get exorbitant. And so in order for us to do what we need to do, we need some sponsors. So anyone who's interested in sponsoring, reach out to us on Facebook. Reach out to us on YouTube in the live chat. Let us know.
Aiden Martinez being announced for Big Spring, the sophomore, 6'1" guard. Aiden Sally, the senior, 6'4" senior who has an offer to Messiah.
23 a game.
And his brother, freshman Landon Sally, 6'2".
That's a family affair.
No doubt. Alan Walker, senior guard. And number 34, Brexton Heckendorn, 6'3" senior forward.
A lot of big bodies out there so far, Todd.
Yeah, led by their head coach in his 12th season, Jason Creek.
And as the lights go out in the castle here, you'll get the starting lineup for Eastern. First, we got senior number 2, Brady Seitz, the coach's son, the prodigal son. And we have number 10, Noah Cunningham, another familiar name here in Eastern. Number 22, Wes Crumling. That's another Eastern last name that you'll hear. Then we have number 32, Bryce Nicholson. And of course, number 34, the big dog, Carter Walmsley.
Eastern York's all-time leading scorer, a Gannon University commit.
Well, I'll have to correct you there, Todd. I don't think he's the all-time leading scorer yet.
Okay.
We still have Andrew Nicholas atop that pile at 2,504.
Ooh, yeah.
As we stand for the anthem.
Tonight's officials, Mr. Andrew Kalin, Mr. Brian London, Mr. Josh Boltby. At this time, we ask that everyone please remove your hats, stand at attention as we honor our country with pride by playing our national anthem.
There you have it, sports fans, the playing of our national anthem here. And we are moments away from tip-off. Eastern York will be in their white jerseys with blue numbers. Big Springs in their maroon jerseys with their gold numbers. And
we got a good veteran LL ref crew in here tonight. So I look for them to control the game here. And as the student sections get chanting already.
Already.
And I think this is going to be a tremendous matchup, Todd. Not only size-wise, but skill-wise. You got a lot of guys that, you know, you're going to see. Like I said, the studs are going to get theirs. But who are some of the other guys that are going to step up tonight?
Yeah, it should be a great atmosphere, great energy. Big Spring will be moving left to right on your TV, where Eastern will be moving right to left.
And I'm going to go ahead and say this. I hope it's not the announcer kiss of death, but I look for Brady Seitz to have a really big game tonight. Watching the last several games, he's due. He's due, and I think he's going to come through big tonight.
Brady Seitz averaging 10 points a game, an 81% free throw shooter. Tip-off, and we are underway here from the Castle in Sitesville, as it's been known to be called here.
Turnover Knights, first play.
And now Big Spring, the Bulldogs, with their first possession. We mentioned in our pregame show, they're led by their senior Aiden Sally, 6'4" forward, averaging 23 points per game. Down low in the post, and the put in.
Great finish there.
Aiden Martinez.
Aiden Martinez.
They break the ice first, the Bulldogs, with the first points in tonight's contest. Opening quarter here from the Castle on the campus of Eastern York High School. District 3 4A semifinal. One of these teams punches their ticket to the sweetest place on earth.
And it looks like a matchup zone here by Big Spring, which is confusing Eastern here in the early going.
A loss of the possession goes out of bounds. It'll be Big Spring possession.
So you got to settle in. Big crowd here, very loud. Get the sweat going, and that goes away.
Martinez with the ball, puts it up, and a travel called on Aiden Martinez, the sophomore.
2
And you wonder, from both teams here, do you get the nerves? Do you feel the butterflies a little bit at playing in front of a crowd like this, Brian?
Oh, absolutely. Usually once the ball gets tossed up, that goes away. But sometimes it takes you get a little sweat going. Eastern working the ball around here in this zone. They're going to have to penetrate if they want to get success here. Sights in the corner for three.
Off the iron, misses. Rebounded by Eastern York.
Sights again. Same spot.
This time he connects. Brady Sights with a big tray to give Eastern York the lead, 3-2, with just over 6 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter.
I don't know if there's a more familiar sight in this gym in the last 30 years than a Sights hitting a three.
You mentioned it, both the Sights brothers coach here at Eastern York, and
both 1,000-point scorers here. Those were guys that I looked up to when I was coming up through. Both great guys, great coaches.
The scramble for the ball, Eastern York comes up with it.
Look in the transition there, nothing there.
Three-point shot off the mark.
Deep three there by Cunningham, but another offensive rebound by Eastern. And another.
Down low, trying to
can't convert.
And now Big Spring in transition. So Landon Sally in and out of the bucket.
Big rebound there by Sights as he comes down the court. And again, these guys are going to have to penetrate.
By Big Springs, and the easy bucket for Alan Walker.
Alan Walker, the layup.
Timeout called on the court with 5:15 to go here in the first quarter. Your score, Big Springs 4, Eastern York 3. Your thoughts so far in this game here, Brian?
Well, I think Big Spring is following a good game plan here. Clearly that zone is confusing Eastern a little, and if I had to guess, I think Sights is in there, Coach Sights is in there now, drawing something up. Like I said, they have to penetrate, whether it's with the pass or the dribble. They have to get inside, make two play one, and then make the right pass.
We'll see. Maybe they'll make some adjustments here coming off the timeout. This game, the winner of this game will play the winner of Berks Catholic and Susquehanna Township tonight in Hershey later this week. Games at Hershey for the chip. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, pop out, pop in, and who knows, we may even be popping into the broadcast booth up at the Giant Center.
Hint, hint, sponsors.
Yes. Eastern York now with the possession.
And here you can see they drew something up to get Walmsley an easy shot. Refs letting them play, and again, I mentioned this is the Lancaster Lebanon crew. They're typically allow a little more physicality than our York guys. Good move by Sally, can't finish.
Yeah, you have to finish that.
Well, these are two teams that hang their hat on the defensive end. I think both giving up less than 50 points per game.
There's a bucket.
Great hook shot there by Bryce Nicholson. Great footwork.
6'4" junior.
And you got to think they should be looking to get Sally going here. Walmsley's doing a great job keeping him under control for right now.
In and out of the bucket for Big Springs. We've seen a few shots like that not connect.
And Aiden Martinez there does have the strength advantage, on the perimeter, but he's having trouble getting stuff to go right now.
A rebound by Brexton Heckenborn. The freshman Landon Sally brings the ball up court gives to his brother. Off the mark. Eastern with the 5-4 lead here. 3-point shot.
Cunningham with the three.
Oh, big shot by Noah Cunningham. His first points tonight.
And hey, for those of you watching at home, get active in the live chat. Let us know who you got for player of the game honors.
Never too early to start thinking about that as we near the 3-minute mark here in the first quarter.
And we're in the first quarter, and it is loud in here already, Todd.
Eastern York comes up with the rebound. Carter Walmsley gives to Brady Seitz.
A basket here could provide some distance. We'll see what they have up their sleeve. I smell a timeout if they can convert here. And another unforced turnover for Eastern. That's 3 of them here in the early going.
We'll see now if Big Spring can capitalize on it.
And we have number 40, Anson Marcos, checking in, and number 30, Matthew Zerby for the Knights.
Feed down low.
Good defense there by Marcos, got his hand on it.
Big Springs maintains possession. Landon Sally will be the inbound passer. Gets it into Aiden Martinez.
And Martinez really trying to get after it here. Good kick.
Eastern York comes up with the rebound.
Cold shooting so far for Big Spring as they had to make the commute to Ken Stoner Court here, high on the River Hill at Eastern York. Seitz, that feels good.
Hey, boy, it does feel good for Seitz.
And that's the timeout I was talking about.
Yeah, 2 threes by Brady Seitz. He's on fire to give Eastern York a 7-point lead right now with 2:21 to go in the first quarter. Your score, Eastern York 11, Big Spring 4. And I think both teams are warmed up now, Brian.
Well, it feels like it could be 1996 out here with Seitz and Cunningham hitting threes.
I want to take a moment to thank our 3 sponsors for tonight's broadcast. Kraus Travel Agency with Vicki Eberhardt, Your Medicare Solutions with Keith and Becky Rill, and OSS Health. All sponsors for tonight's District 3 4A semifinal matchup featuring Big Spring and Eastern York. And we thank you for tuning in tonight with your bottled water and maybe some popcorn or whatever you may be.
Bottled or otherwise. Now we'll look for Big Spring here to get something going offensively. Maybe a play here to get Sally going. He hasn't seen the ball go through the net yet. But don't count these guys out.
Well, you mentioned it. Sally, Walmsley, that matchup, both teams very dependent on both guys. And right now, Sally needs to get warmed up. Just 4 points for Big Spring, but plenty of time here in this game. And we're back to action coming off the timeout.
Yep, they're trying to post them up there. Got an easy one.
The put in by Aiden Sally.
That was a sorely needed basket there.
His first points tonight. As we mentioned, Aiden Sally averaging 23 points per game. Big Spring's all-time leading scorer. I know I had that somewhere in my notes. You corrected me earlier. Has an offer to Messiah University.
And Eastern being patient here. Again, they're going to have to look to penetrate. Penetrate and kick.
Deep three by Seitz off the front of the iron, misses.
It was a good open look. Another offensive rebound by the Knights. And cannot convert. Both teams still knocking off the shards of rust here, it looks like. And this time of year, Todd, I mean, it's a marathon. You know, you start before Halloween and with workouts, and here we are after Valentine's Day.
Big bucket.
It's not for the weak.
By Aiden Sally. 4 points for Aiden Sally, now down by 3 points here with just a minute remaining in the first quarter. Eastern York 11, Big Spring 8.
And it appears that Big Spring is content letting, if Eastern's going to shoot their way to a win from the perimeter, they'll take that. They're really trying to slow down Carter Walmsley.
Walmsley, his
Speak
first
of the
points.
Devils, just has a nice finish under the basket.
Yeah, his first points tonight.
Again, it's getting very physical down there. Not a foul has been called yet this quarter. I love the refs are letting them play. Coach Seitz is voicing his disapproval with the no call down there.
And it would seem as if Big Spring is content to hold for the final shot here as we near the end of the first quarter, as the seconds tick off the clock. Eastern with the lead, 13-8.
Probably looking at a high ball screen here from Sally and then trying to get something to go.
Martinez, shot misses, Seitz with the ball, puts
Launches
it up.
one.
Oh, off the iron. And we've arrived at the end of the first quarter with your score, Eastern York 13, Big Spring 8.
We got Brady Seitz with almost half of Eastern's points that quarter. I don't know if he heard me or not, but I thought he was due for a big one, and he responded early in the first.
Well, Brady Seitz averaging 10 points per game, leads his team with 6 points, 2 big threes, followed by Noah Cunningham, his three-point shot. Looking at Big Spring's leaders, Aiden Sally with 4 points. And right now it all adds up to an Eastern York lead, 13-8 after the first quarter.
Well, and like I said, Todd, I think this is going to be the tale of the game. Right now, you got Walmsley doing his thing. You got Sally doing his thing. But the role players for Eastern have stepped up a little farther than those of Big Spring so far, and that's the difference in the game.
I want to remind the fans, Eastern York's the defending District 3 4A champs. They won it all last year at the sweetest place on earth, as I was up there covering that game.
Yep, it's a rematch. These two, great matchup here. Where else would you rather be?
We have an update from Red Lion. The Red Lion girls 12-9 over Central Dauphin. And a big girls game taking place. Also Dallastown hosting Lebanon in girls action. Big matchup at York Suburban. The girls host West York.
Good D here by Eastern. And they'll live with that shot. Yeah, no need to rush here. Eastern could really take control with the basket.
And you said it earlier, they're in no hurry to get their shot off here. Being patient, the Golden Knights.
Walmsley getting to get to the hoop. Kicks to Marcos for three.
And he got it. Anson Marcos. We called him earlier. He had that buzzer beater three to beat Boiling Springs 48-45, averaging 4 points a game.
And Todd, anytime you're playing against the zone, that's what you need to do. Penetrate and kick.
Oh, swatted away by Carter Walmsley, and that's that matchup we talked about between Aiden Sally and Carter Walmsley.
You got 42 coming in for Eastern. Blake Manzanet as Cunningham takes a blow.
Big Springs maintains possession here. Inbound pass. And you have to finish those shots.
A missed layup there and a foul by Big Spring. And it took about 9 minutes for the first foul to get called here in the semifinal today. And I, for one, am not angry about it.
As Brady Seitz brings the ball up court for Eastern.
Oh, they might have the lob there.
Down low.
Look for a big finish here. Oh, he just can't get it to go. That's a good high percentage shot, though.
Wow.
I like the game flow early on here for Eastern. Walmsley, great job of beating his man to the spot there. And the younger Sally brother is not getting any ounces of daylight here.
Well, the younger brother averaging 16 points a game.
And I could be wrong, but I don't think he's taken a shot yet.
Well, Aiden has 4 points. Oh, the bank is open.
M&T Bank in Wrightsville is open for the Big Spring. Dogs in the house here. Second foul. That's on Martinez. I believe that's his first. Nicholson checks back in for the Knights.
Berks Catholic leads Susquehanna Township 18-10 after the first quarter. Again, the winner of that game plays the winner of this matchup featuring Big Spring and Eastern York. And right now, Eastern York with a 5-point lead, 16-11, as we're under 6 minutes remaining here before halftime.
I wonder how many more threes Eastern has to make to pull the Dogs out of this zone.
Yeah, interesting point, Brian. I mean, they play in the zone, Big Springs. You keep draining threes. How do you break that then? I mean, if you're Big Spring.
Well, first of all, they have to rebound. They got to get a run and get a hand out on shooters. They've given up 4 offensive rebounds so far. Eastern hasn't converted on any of them, but they're shooting hot right now.
Walmsley at the charity stripe makes his first of 2 shots. Stoppage in the clock with 5:34 remaining before halftime, and a 6-point lead. Make it 7 for Eastern York. 2 for 2 from the charity stripe for Carter Walmsley.
And Walmsley at the free throw line is a good formula for success. I feel like Big Spring has not hit their groove here offensively yet. You got to credit the defense of the Knights for that. So now they're tightening up the foul calls a little bit here. Eastern with their first foul. It's pretty good playing 11 minutes without fouling. I'll take that any day.
The game's kind of moving along rather quickly here, Brian. And, of course, it helped as a 7 o'clock tip-off versus a lot of times in the regular season, 7:30 tip-offs at a lot of the local high schools. We're back to action here. Big Spring with the possession.
They're looking for young Sally for 3 in the corner.
And comes up
Great
short.
Defense by Cunningham there. Was not an easy shot. And again, no need to rush here if you're Eastern. And a penetrate and a layup by Seitz. Can't convert. Another
Seitz gets his
offensive
own.
rebound.
Yeah, by Seitz, who shot it.
And Anson Marcos gets fouled again. That's the Dogs' 4th foul. Next one, Eastern will be shooting. Yeah, Big Spring definitely having trouble here in the early going, rebounding out of this zone that they're in. And the dribble handoff a little too quick. A little too far away for us to have an opinion on that one.
On the far side of the court, I want to remind the fans, we're normally mid-court, but because of the capacity crowd here, they moved us floor level off into the corner behind Eastern York's bench. Different view, different perspective calling the game tonight. Aiden Sally uncharacteristically put one up there that was just off the mark. And the student section here at Eastern letting him know. Eastern York comes up with the possession.
And the elder Sally definitely is having trouble getting it going here. And most people would when Big Carter Walmsley's guarding you.
Eastern York maintains possession.
I'd like to also give a shout out to our executive producer, Dude Jones, up there on the camera. There's another 3 tip rims out for Eastern and another offensive rebound.
Yeah, offensive rebound by Eastern York. They come up with it. Now another 3-point attempt. Misses.
And another offensive rebound. They're going to make another 2 or 3 of these. They're going to have to come out of this zone. Cunningham again. And we got an over the back call on Nicholson. Good hustle there. Seitz helps him up. Eastern getting a little trigger happy on that 3, if you ask me. I think if they were to be patient and get something around the basket there, they could really take control of this game.
Yeah. Well, they certainly have the momentum on their side. A 7-point lead, Eastern York 18, Big Spring 11.
And they got Sally open for a 3 there, the younger Sally, but it was because of an illegal screen. And Eastern would be shooting, except you don't shoot on player control fouls. As Marcos and Nicholson come off the court.
They come off for a breather.
Number 30, Zerby, and Crumling come back in.
Seitz with the ball for Eastern York.
Still packing in this 3-2 zone. Sometimes look like it could be a 2-1-2 style of a zone. And Eastern's been having tremendous success penetrating. And they got another unforced turnover from the Knights here. You know, they have a 7-point lead with 3:15 left, and that's their 5th unforced turnover. Imagine if they could convert some of these easy baskets. This could be a much different complexion of a game. And that's not a bad foul there by Walmsley. Took a little gamble trying to get the steal. Got a couple fouls to give still. That's only his first. And Marcos checks back in for Zerbe.
Big Spring maintains possession here. 3:05 remaining before halftime. The inbound pass. There's that matchup.
And Carter picks up a second foul quick there. It's a lot of big bodies going at it down there.
We'll send Aiden Sally to the charity stripe. I know you're into a lot of Eastern York history. You mentioned the 2,000 points score for Eastern York. I see John Robb in attendance, a legend here in the late 80s, and then went on to play his college ball as a Drexel Dragon.
1,000-point scorer at Drexel. He was the all-time leading scorer here until Andrew Nicholas eclipsed his mark. And I think that record stood for a long time, about almost 30 years.
Wow, amazing. A 5-point lead for Eastern York. 18-13, under 3 minutes remaining.
I mean, as tough of a job Big Springs has had getting going here, they're only down 5.
Yeah,
they played. I mean, I would say that their coach would say they haven't played very well, and they're still just down 5. As Brady Seitz misses a 3. Man, a basket here would be huge for the Dogs. Giving it to Sally.
Three-point shot.
The younger Sally. That ball almost touched the ceiling.
And that was his brother, Landon Sally, with his first points tonight. Timeout on the court with 2:07 remaining. And your score, Eastern York 18 and Big Spring 16. But Big Spring kind of awakening here in the second quarter. Now just down by 2 points, Brian.
Yep, and the Eastern settling for too many early threes. It's coming back to bite them here in the early going.
We'll take a brief timeout. You're watching Sports Shooting Stars. We bring the game
to you.
Discover unforgettable journeys with Kraus Travel, your go-to agency for family vacations, luxury getaways, and adventure tours. Dreaming of an African safari, a European river cruise, or a cozy couple's escape? Our experts tailor each trip to your unique style. Experience the majesty of glaciers and vibrant cityscapes as our images inspire wanderlust. Ready to explore the world with Kraus Travel? Visit us now at kraustravel.com to start your adventure.
They got a 6.
What's that?
6.
6, okay. I'm missing one.
I got 1 to 2.
What's that?
I got 1 to 2.
10 to 3.
10 to 3, 21 to 2.
Yep.
I got 34 with 3.
Which one?
34 with 3.
Oh, that's the one. That's 3, okay. Welcome back, sports fans. Coming back off the timeout. Eastern York with the possession, still holding a 2-point lead. But this has definitely brought the Big Spring student section alive here. They were kind of quiet for the most part after the first quarter, but...
And you got to credit the Dogs for just staying tough and staying with it, staying with the game plan. Another unforced turnover by Eastern. And their early hot shooting has not been able to balance out with all the turnovers. And despite the shooting woes from the Dogs, here they are, down 2, with a chance to tie it up here at the line for the elder Sally.
Yeah, Aiden Sally at the charity stripe. He has 6 points.
Also, update from around the district. Dallastown girls are down 16-11 against Lebanon.
Seven points for Aiden Sally. He'll have another opportunity to add to his point total and to potentially tie it up with this free throw. And he does.
And we got a tie game here at Ken Stoner Court.
Yeah, incredible comeback mounted so far for Big Spring. We're knotted up 18 apiece as we approach the 90-second mark.
You know, and this is what we expected coming in here tonight, Todd. A very close game. Two evenly matched teams.
Could come down to the final shot, as you mentioned in our pregame show.
And another turnover for Eastern, as they're really struggling here now. I believe that's going to be their 6th or 7th turnover this half. Not good enough. As number 4, Emmett Marcos, comes out, and Big Walmsley getting a break here with 1:19 left in the half.
Big Spring now with the ball.
And if you're Sally, this is where you get a big smile on your face and you start licking your chops. Walmsley goes down for a break, and he immediately abuses Eastern in the post.
Yeah, 10 points now.
And they take their first
Aiden
lead
Sally
here since the opening mark. And a charge on Marcos, which did look like a good call from here, Todd. 34 had his feet set. But again, it's a long way down there to see.
57.2 seconds remaining before halftime. Big Spring with the lead by 2, 20-18.
They're looking for the elder Sally in the post again. Back out to the younger Sally for 3. Rim down.
Wow, in and out of the bucket. Now Brady Seitz.
I think Eastern would like to hold for 1 here. The Dogs extending the zone a little bit. And it looks like number 22, Wesley Crumling, is going to step to the line here with the opportunity to tie the game.
Some scores from around the league. Red Lion 31. Central Dolphins 17 at halftime. Becca Sidora with 13. Julia Sidora with 11. As Wes Crumley makes his first free throw shot.
You mentioned that you see John Robb here. I see a lot of other Eastern alumni. You got Travis Amspacher, Joel Walmsley, the Seitz brothers. I see Dustin Dome up there, Blake Staker. It's a veritable who's who here up on the River Hill tonight. I love it.
Oh, out to support Eastern York. A deep 3. Misses. We're tied up 20-20.
And I actually like that shot from the elder Sally there. That shows the trust in their defense that they have, and thinks maybe they'll get another chance here. I don't know, can Eastern stay calm as we approach under 10 seconds and get a good look here? And another turnover. Good play, smart play there by Seitz. Even though he tipped it into the backcourt, he knew it was going to be a backcourt call, but he didn't want to give up an easy layup. That is a coach's son's play right there. For all you kids watching, take note.
5.7 seconds remain. Big Spring with the possession.
Looking for Sally underneath. A lot of contact. We got a foul on number 32.
That's Bryce Nicholson.
And it was a lot of contact down there.
Much to the dismay of the home crowd here. Not happy with that call, but will send Aiden Sally to the charity stripe. Leading scorer with 10 points.
And as I'm looking around, I see some other who's who guys from around the county for basketball. I see John Zerfing and Brad Zerfing over there. Of course, you got John Zerfing, legendary coach for over 40 years here in the area. Tremendous family. And his brother, or his son, Brad, they're both coaching over there at the Christian School of York. And they're lucky to have them. Good to see those young men out here tonight. As Sally sinks the second one.
Yeah, 12 points for
lead.
Sally.
3.8 left here. Does Eastern have some magic up their sleeve?
The deep throw down court to Walmsley.
Eastern fans saying Walmsley tipped it. No time went off the clock.
No, not at all. It's still with 3.8 seconds.
And again, Todd, we talk about that quick three with about 20 seconds left from the elder Sally. Again, good, smart shot. Here's their third attempt since then in under 30 seconds.
Seitz. Did he get the shot off? It comes up short for Noah Cunningham, and we've arrived at halftime with your score. Big Spring 22, Eastern York 20. Leading scorer for Eastern York, Brady Seitz with 6 points. For Big Spring, their leading scorer, Aiden Sally, with 12 points. He comes in averaging 23 points. And Aiden Sally, a good first half for Big Springs and a 2-point lead as they head into the locker here at halftime.
And hey, Todd, we called it. We come in and we told it was going to be a low-scoring, grind-out type of game. This is either team's pace. It could go either way right now.
Want to thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast, Kraus Travel Agency with Vicki Everhart, Your Medicare Solutions with Keith and Becky Real, and OSS Health. All sponsors for tonight's District 3 4A semifinal game featuring Eastern York and Big Spring. As we mentioned, it's halftime here as fans get up and stretch their legs out. And Big Springs with a 2-point lead, 22-20, as both teams have made their way back to the locker room.
Well, my takeaway for Eastern in the first half is, first of all, way too many turnovers, especially unforced turnovers. I mean, they closed the half there with the backcourt call, which I'm counting as their 8th turnover of the half. Way too many if they want to win this game. Also, you know, they started shooting the ball early on in the first quarter pretty well, had trouble penetrating. Since then has gone cold. Got to tip the cap to Big Spring, sticking with their game plan and saying, hey, we're not going to let Walmsley beat us. If these other kids shoot us out of this game, we'll live with that. And it has paid dividends here in the first 16 minutes.
Carter Walmsley limited to 4 points in the first half. And all leads up right now to a Big Spring lead by 2, 22-20. Want to take a quick timeout here with Sports Shooting Stars as we pay attention to some of our sponsors here with Sports Shooting Stars. We bring the game to you.
I saw that.
Oh, yeah.
11-9, and now they still have 11 at halftime.
11-16.
11 yeah, we got those girls. They're all what they have. This is that girl that has about 2,000 points and she graduated.
You have them on them now.
11
They had the
had a good year.
yeah, but they still can. I mean,
and they've had their number the past few years.
Yeah.
They beat them down the stretch.
yeah, and this is the first year they got them at home.
Yeah.
Now, who's West Shore?
Discover unforgettable journeys with Kraus Travel, your go-to agency for family vacations, luxury getaways, and adventure tours. Dreaming of an African safari, a European river cruise, or a cozy couple's escape? Our experts tailor each trip to your unique style. Experience the majesty of glaciers and vibrant cityscapes as our images inspire wanderlust. Ready to explore the world with Kraus Travel? Visit us now at kraustravel.com to start your adventure.
Like 11 to 2.
We wake up with the sun. We live in a place we're proud to call home. For us, it's knowing that those we help are neighbors, friends, family. As the leader in providing the best orthopedic care for our community, we come together to do our part.
That one kid, when he started out, I thought he was like Barnes from York High, who's trying to do everything.
Yeah.
Now, were we out of your telecast tonight? We didn't. I was trying to stay over.
Oh, I think you were in it. Yeah, you're.
So you decided to go up to that Penn State wrestling match?
Well, I lit up my daughters up there.
Yeah.
But I can go up and cover it. Yeah. Oh no, but it's still an energy.
Yeah, but they're the small arena.
Oh, Rec Hall. Yeah.
Yeah, Rec Hall.
Yeah, that match was.
Yeah, it's not a big match. It's good.
Yeah, it's right short.
Penn State, you guys I've got tickets, playoff tickets. We got our tickets for the Big East. Why you told me about that? I'm trying to get that now. Saturday. We'll see if I. Okay. I see you got All-Star basketball. Yeah, I like that. Are you going to Central? Are you going to Central? Yeah, we are in Central. Yeah. Yeah, full time, right? Oh, I know. I saw it. They won. Wow. It's going to be tough tomorrow night. Chambersburg's going to be tough. Yeah. AJ Kelly. Because Coach told me, he said, I'd rather play Upper St. Clair 10 times.
This is Marcellus Soul Block, and it's time to sit back and kick it with Dude Jones and friends. The Shooting Stars Sports Podcast Show.
We bring the game to you.
Yeah, you know us as being the #1 sports broadcast company in Central Pennsylvania. And it's time to sit back and kick it with Dude Jones and friends. The Shooting Stars Sports Podcast Show. Want to become a sponsor of the broadcast? Or maybe you want to be a guest on this podcast? Well, you know what to do. Contact us. You can email sportshootingstars@gmail.com. If you need more content or want to support the Shooting Stars podcast, just go to our social media pages: Facebook, Instagram,
YouTube,
Twitter, and Snapchat. The Shooting Stars Sports Podcast Show with Dude Jones and friends. We bring the game
to you.
Contact us, sportshootingstars@gmail.com.
Is no restart.
At Thornton Automotive's 6 locations in Manchester, Dover, East York, and Red Lion, our Customer Appreciation Sales event is going on now. At Thornton Automotive, we understand you have a lot of choices for your automotive needs, and we invite you to come in and see why we're York County's fastest growing auto group. You want to drive home happy with over 700 new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs?
You got it.
You want huge clearance savings with no money down and low payments?
You got it.
Then shop online 24/7 at Thornton247.com.
If he picks up a quick foul here in the first couple minutes of the third, that's not going to look too good.
Well, the dude's telling you out there, like, he runs.
To throw a shout out to a guy in particular, Kyle Emick, who does a lot with our youth. And back when we played, he was always, we called him the commissioner of the Hellam Courts because he always had stuff organized there. So I wanted to give him and all the other youth coaches in the program a shout out. You know, so we got some potential trouble here for Eastern as the Dogs edged out the last 4 or 5 minutes of the half there and took the lead. You got Carter Walmsley with 2 fouls. And if I'm Big Spring, I'm looking to get him his 3rd early on here, Todd. That will change the entire complexion of this game.
And as we mentioned earlier, the winner of this game plays the winner of Berks Catholic and Susquehanna Township. And Berks Catholic with a sizable lead over Susquehanna Township right now at halftime, 32-18.
And that's as expected. Berks Catholic plays some big dogs. I mean, they beat 6A Wilson earlier this year, who's in the consolation bracket against another YAIA team, the York High Bearcats.
Yeah. And now Eastern York will be moving left to right on your TV screen as Big Springs will be moving right to left.
And
for
both
the second
student
half.
sections on their feet already.
Well, they are.
Can Seitz get it going early this half like he did in the first half?
Yeah, he had 2 threes in the first half.
Cunningham will shoot one. Rims out. I'm afraid if Eastern keeps relying too much on that 3, they're not going to be in a spot that they like.
A missed 3, but rebounded by Big Spring.
And number 10, Landon Sally, with a wide open 3 attempt. One of the best shooters in the gym. You can't let him open like that. Now you'll live with that as Martinez hits a 3. And I'll tell you what, Todd, that kid has played tremendously well at the beginning of the first quarter, and here he goes with the trend again this half.
A 5-point lead for Big Spring, 25-20.
Foul on the younger Sally brother, trying to rotate in the zone there. Bumped into Nicholson.
A sellout crowd here at the Castle for the semifinal match featuring Big Spring and Eastern York, where the winner of this game will head to the sweetest place on earth, the Giant Center, for the District 3 Championship.
Not sure what we got going on here. We got
the officials sorting things out here.
A whistle to make sure all the referees were in proper position. And now we got a foul call on, looks like number 10, possibly. Now the refs will. I'm not sure what. They were making sure the foul was called on the right guy.
Oh, and a steal.
Sally with the great read.
Nice pass
steal.
down low.
Great hustle there by number 22, Wes Crumlin, getting down the court to make the defensive play there to thwart an easy basket for the Dogs.
Wes Crumlin, a sophomore.
Eastern needs to strap up on this defensive side here this half. Looking to go low with Big Sally. Nothing going. And he struggles against Walmsley, and who wouldn't?
Yeah,
but when Walmsley took a break there at the end of the first half, he really ate.
Oh, big 3 by Brady Seitz.
And there we go, Brady Seitz warming it up.
9 points, 3 threes for Brady Seitz. Pulls Eastern York within 2, 25-23. Third quarter action here from the Castle along the Susquehanna River in Wrightsville.
Good defense by Carter Walmsley there.
But mention it, Walmsley has 2 fouls.
That was good, smart defense. Tell you what, Sally's really good at using his lower body. Very, very strong player. Cunningham open in the corner
Off
again.
the mark, rebounded by Walmsley to clean it up. Walmsley now with 6 points. And with that bucket, it ties this game up 25-25.
That's one thing Eastern has been doing very well. They've been offensive rebounding very well. That is their first conversion on one, though, to my memory.
Wow.
And Walmsley not one to pick up a third.
Yeah, Aiden Sally with a bucket gives Aiden 14 points. And now Big Spring back on top, 27-25.
Getting into the high post. I love that look. Find somebody open here. Okay, staying patient. Brady Sites with the kick to Cunningham. Baseline leaner. No good. Another rebound, Eastern. Sites wide
now
open.
for three. God, he's getting hot. 12 points for Brady Sites. 4 threes. And he seems like he's found his rhythm here tonight in the second half.
He has, and he was certainly due. And I think Carter got a piece of that 3 attempt from the elder Sally. Cunningham wide open in the opposite corner. Nothing. Another offensive rebound by the Knights.
Sites
Brady
kicks
with
it out.
another kick out. And Noah Cunningham is surely not shy about shooting that 3. Right now, I think he made 1 or 2 so far, shooting a pretty low percentage, but shoot or shoot. Shooting with confidence. He's going to probably make the next 2.
1 point lead for Eastern now, 28-27, as Big Springs brings the ball up court. We're under 5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter.
Good defense there by Cunningham. Tell you what, I like how that kid plays. He plays hard on the defense. Not a surprise there, knowing his father.
Big Springs now with the possession.
Looking for a corner. It sounded like a whistle there, and everyone stopped.
Yeah.
And now Carter Walmsley picks up his 3rd foul, and he's pleading with the official. There was a whistle. I heard it. I know you heard it, and everyone stopped. A little bit of a gaffe there by this Lancaster-Lebanon crew with 4:33 left in the third. Much to the chagrin of the Eastern York fans.
And Sally makes his first of 2 shots. With that free throw shot.
Got some confusion at the scorers table here.
Coach Sites.
Now they're saying the foul was not on Walmsley. Not sure what is going on. So I think in the end it was Carter Walmsley's 3rd foul as Sally converts.
And gives Big Springs the 1 point lead, 29-28.
Man, and Sally is living at the line as Carter Scappery says, 6 for 6.
Sites deep 3.
Woo, looked good, felt good. Jump ball here. Good hustle. Good sportsmanship there by number 30.
That's Matthew Zerby.
A little impromptu trap there, full court. Got the jump ball. Next possession arrow goes to Eastern York.
What a 3.
Zerby with the foul.
Aiden Sally.
With the basket.
19 points for Aiden Sally.
And a quiet 19.
Wow.
What an efficient ball player.
And the and 1 opportunity for Aiden Sally. A 4-point lead for Big Spring, who kind of started slow, but now they've kind of inched their way back into this game. 4-point lead and looking to add to that point total here for the and 1 opportunity. Connects.
My goodness, this Sally kid is all he is.
As good as advertised.
Absolutely.
Averaging 23 points a game. He's already at 20. 5-point lead for the Bulldogs, 33-28.
And what a swing, Todd. I'm thinking back to the first quarter when it was 18-11 Eastern. And Big Spring just stuck with the game plan. Marcos for 3, rims out. Dogs secure the defensive board there. Looks like Cole Runkle's going to the scorer's table to check in here. Maybe give some energy on the defensive end.
I believe that's his first time in the game tonight.
And Eastern had their hands on it, couldn't get it.
Wow.
The younger
Landon Sally.
The Dogs 36, the Knights 28, 3 minutes to go in the third. There's pandemonium in here.
Oh, it's deafening here at the Castle.
The Big Springs crowd is going wild. Cunningham needs one. Can't get it. And we got a foul on number 1. Fouled Zerby on the rebound.
Foul on Aiden Martinez.
And here comes Runkle for Zerby. Oh, nope. Cunningham's going to get a break. A basket is crucial at this point for the Knights. Crucial.
Already down by 8, Eastern York. Looking to chip away at the lead of Big Springs. There's Walmsley's shot.
Another offensive rebound by the Knights. Marcos to the hoop, got the foul. Similar call in the first half, didn't go his way. This time he steps to the line, trying to cut into this 8-point lead.
Anson Marcos with 3 points, the senior.
Got to tip your cap again to the Dogs. They're very calm out here. They stick to the game plan. They play for one another. A little high, a little low. They don't get too excited. And I'm going to tell you, for the folks watching at home, there's some big bodies out here. You might not be able to tell it from the TV screen, but these guys are big.
Marcos, another opportunity from the charity stripe. He connects 2 for 2.
Anson Marcos with the sweet touch, 36-30. And the Knights need to get a stop and a rebound here. As the bench claps in unison, and the student section joins in. And Sally to his younger brother for 3. And we got standing room only here, Todd.
Yes.
I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but the edges of the bleachers are just filled with folks standing and watching. Gotta love it. Where else would you rather be on a Tuesday evening?
Yeah, exactly.
At Ken Stoner Court, high atop the River Hill here in Wrightsville at Eastern York, as the Knights are down 6 with 2 minutes to go in the third.
Walmsley.
A win here will advance them to their 2nd straight district title game.
And a timeout on the court with 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Your score, Big Spring 36, Eastern York 30. You're watching Sports Shooting Stars. We bring the game
to you.
We'll take a brief timeout here on Sports Shooting Stars.
Discover unforgettable journeys with Kraus Travel, your go-to agency for family vacations, luxury getaways, and adventure tours. Dreaming of an African safari, a European river cruise, or a cozy couple's escape? Our experts tailor each trip to your unique style. Experience the majesty of glaciers and vibrant cityscapes as our images inspire wanderlust. Ready to explore the world with Kraus Travel? Visit us now at kraustravel.com to start your adventure.
Welcome back, sports fans. Todd Edwards, Brian Singer, here from Eastern York High School, known as the Castle. And Eastern York down by 6. Big Springs 36-30 with 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter.
And to those 420 of you watching at home, get live in that group chat. Let us know who you got for player of the game. It's coming down to the wire here. We love your input. We're going to have some interviews after the game for the winning team. Get active in there. Let us know what you think. Wow, Zerby got hit across the head there. No call on the baseline. Again, these Lancaster Lebanon refs, they let a little more physicality go. And it doesn't always bode well in the playoffs for teams in the YAIA. As Martinez drains a three.
Gives Aiden Martinez.
And he's been steady all game, Todd.
8 points. He's averages 12 points per game.
Sights, we got to have it. Great rebound by Martinez in traffic. Man, these Big Spring kids are tough. And we got a walk call. Sally thought he might have got fouled. But again, no emotion. Just comes down the court to play defense. Saying, my bad to his teammates. Gotta love players like that. The Knights are due for a three here. Statistically, they're due. But again, Todd, as we talked about earlier, if they want to get back in this game, they're going to have to penetrate. They're going to have to get into the lane. Walmsley needs some buckets around the hoop.
Carter Walmsley with 6 points as he drives to the net.
We got a block on Sally as Carter Walmsley goes to the line, shooting two. And again, like we talked about early on, that it's either a 3-2 or a 2-1-2 matchup zone. It's really gave Eastern some trouble. I mean, not to say that they haven't gotten open shots and haven't rebounded well offensively, but over time it has taken a toll on them.
And currently they're down by 9 now, looking to chip away on the lead here. Walmsley will be at the charity stripe for 2 shots. Carter makes his first attempt. Senior, a Gannon University commit, located in Erie County, Pennsylvania.
And by way of an update, the Dallastown girls are up 26-25 over Lebanon at the end of the third quarter.
Lane violation there on the free throw attempt. Bucket will not count.
As Walmsley goes to the bench here to get a break, we hope that, they could get a stop and a rebound here. Just like at the end of the second quarter, Sally was licking his chops when Walmsley went out. He doesn't force it, but he definitely wants to go get the ball here and try to make a play.
As the final seconds tick off the clock here in the third quarter.
Younger Sally has it. Going against Cunningham in the corner, kick to 34, head fake to the hoop. And they got a block on Brady Seitz, who was set in the lane, and the call did not go his way. As Brexton Heckendam, the 6'3" senior, goes to the line here.
Yeah, he has 3 points.
2.1 seconds left. And he misses one.
Misses his first attempt.
And I gotta, as again we said at the beginning of the broadcast, I'm biased, and I gotta agree with Coach Seitz there. I think that was a missed call down low. Brady had his feet set. He was there for a good long time before Heckendam knocked him over. And if anyone wants to check the film, you can hit rewind a little bit and tell me what you think.
Makes a second attempt.
2.1 here.
Walmsley throws it up. And out.
He's too strong.
And we've arrived at the end of the third quarter with your score. Big Springs 40, Eastern York 31. Leading scorer for Big Springs, Aiden Sally with 20 points. Eastern York's leading scorer, Brady Seitz, with 12 points. Be a good time to thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast. Kraus Travel Agency with Vicki Everhart, Your Medicare Solutions with Keith and Becky Rill, and OSS Health, all sponsors for tonight's District 3 4A semifinal matchup, where the winner of this game punches their ticket to the sweetest place on earth at the Giant Center, Brian.
Yeah, and Todd, some of the stats that we were talking about earlier in the game, you look back and kind of look at the flow of the game and how it went. And when you talk about Eastern gives up 44 points a game. Well, Big Spring's already at 40. Got the final 8 to play. Conversely, they average 58 points, scoring 58 points a game, and they're sitting at 31. So they're really behind statistically on both of those factors, and they're going to have a very spirited 8 minutes here to get back in this game and have a chance to win.
They want to potentially repeat as a District 3-4A champ. The final 8 minutes.
Yeah, and they would join the pantheon of the 87 and 88 teams, which, as you mentioned, you had John Robb there on that team, and you had Paul Abel, and the guy keeping the scorebook was on that squad, and and then you get your Austin Tillotson and Andrew Nicholas and Nate Bollinger years that they got one, and then the boys made the 4th one last year with the likes of Justin Strasball Jr. and can Eastern come out ahead here in these final 8 minutes?
Seitz with the ball. Goes down low, Walmsley for the bucket. 9 points for Carter Walmsley.
Good finish there, but Eastern's going to have to listen to the crowd here and play some defense.
And you notice Big Spring, no hurry to get the shot off. Now a loose ball. Feeding it down low to Walmsley.
What do we got here? One ref called it going up for 2, one called it on the floor. It looks like it was on the floor. Much to the displeasure of the Eastern faithful.
They're not happy with that call.
Seitz
now for 3.
Another one for Brady. Let's go, boys.
Wow, 15 points. That's 5 threes for Brady Seitz.
It looks like
was there a technical
foul? Might have been a technical foul assessed here on the Eastern bench. I don't know. It can't be because Coach Seitz is still standing. I'm not sure what went on there. Eastern down 4 with a chance to get a stop and a rebound here.
And this brings this crowd alive.
It's getting
at the Castle.
Now. And the Dogs just patiently working the ball around, looking for something good. They're not getting sped up. Eastern picking up the intensity a little bit. Very patient here by the Dogs. Cunningham with the defense out top. Tough shot.
Wow, and a big shot by Landon Sally.
Tough shot by the younger Sally brother there.
The freshman.
Man, these kids are for real.
8 points. And a timeout on the court with 6:23 remaining. Your score, Big Spring 42, Eastern York 36. You're watching Sports Shooting Stars. We bring the game
to you. And we want to give a shout out to our sponsors again. We got Kraus Travel Agency with Vicki Everhart. Let Vicki help you book your next vacation or getaway. Call 717-266-7947. You also have Your Medicare Solutions with Keith and Becky Rill. You have any questions about Medicare? If you qualify for Medicare, give Keith and Becky Rill a call at 717-487-4382 to discuss your options. And lastly, OSS Health. Athletes go through bumps and bruises throughout the season, and OSS Health has a staff to keep you in the game. Check them out online or at their physical location at 1855 Powder Mill Road, York, PA.
Want to thank the fans, over 700 fans watching tonight's broadcast. Want to remind everyone we will have tomorrow's broadcast featuring Central York and Chambersburg.
Oh, that'll be a doozy, Todd. Talk
great...
about some 6A, good basketball there. You got J.J. Kelly and you got Ben Natal going at it. Two of the best basketball players and overall student athletes in the state of Pennsylvania.
Well, and if you can't get enough basketball, Wednesday we'll be at the Giant Center for both your Catholic boys and girls games. A full week of basketball action here in Sports Shooting Stars.
Cunningham is due for one. And there it is, baby.
Big shot.
39-42, 6 minutes left. And Eastern has scrapped and clawed their way back into this game.
There's Sally matched up on Carter. Walmsley.
Man, what a great use of the pivot foot and body. Great defense there by Walmsley. He doesn't want to get his 4th foul, but better offense there. Great finish by Sally. Marcos baseline.
Nice move by Anson Marcos. 7 points for Marcos. Pulls Eastern York within 3, 44-41.
Oh, here we go now, Todd. Here we go.
The Castle Crazies are getting wild.
Uh-oh. Walmsley with the big rip. And here come the Knights. Cunningham. Oh, that should stay here. Good call. Good eyeball there by the referee.
4:59 remain in regulation.
It's all right, you can go into the backcourt. Eastern remaining calm here, down 3. Cunningham in the corner for 3 again.
Wow, big three by Cunningham to tie this game up. 44-44.
And it's pandemonium in here now, Todd.
It's deafening. The Castle Crazies.
Hey, I got my money's worth in the first quarter. The rest of the game's free. And Martinez with a tough finish there. I'm telling you what, that kid is tough.
Yeah, Aiden Martinez now with double digits, 10 points. To give Big Springs the 2-point lead, 46-44, as we approach the 4-minute mark, and a turnover.
Untimely turnover there by Anson Marcos. Coach is telling him you got to make better decisions. It's all right. You got a timeout, Big Springs.
Timeout on the court with 3:57 remaining. Your score, Big Springs 46, Eastern York 44.
I'll tell you right now, Todd, if Eastern takes the lead in this game, you're going to see a volcano explode.
I believe it. It's a sellout crowd here at the Castle. I believe the fans are getting their money's worth here tonight, Brian.
100%. I got to tip my cap to both student sections in a time where you don't always see it like this. They're completely full student sections from both student bodies of both schools cheering their teams on. Gotta love it.
And a score coming in from York Suburban, West York and York Suburban all tied up at 40. It sounds like it's a thriller there at York Suburban tonight.
Well, they split during the regular season, I believe, and this is the rubber match for them. And 2 well-matched teams. Again, talk about the YAIAA, girls and boys side.
Yeah.
Represented very well here in District 3 and hopefully in the state tournament to come.
Big Springs now. Big Springs with the ball.
And the home crowd is getting engaged now. Eastern cranks up the pressure just a little bit. Looks like Sally and Walmsley get tangled up. No call.
And Big Spring being patient.
Good defense out top by Anson Marcos. Staying in front of Martinez. And they call a foul on Marcos there. Seemingly something they've been letting go all game long as they tighten it up here in the last 3.5.
Matthew Zerby checks in as Bryce Nicholson will have a seat on the bench. Bulldogs maintain possession.
Stop here is imperative. Let's see what Eastern York's made of. extending the defensive pressure a little bit. And the Bulldog and the Dogs fumble it.
Turn it over.
Eastern ball with a chance to tie or take the lead here, Todd. I smell an Anson Marcos 3 and an explosion.
The roof may blow off the castle here tonight if they take the lead. The kick out.
I thought he was going to put it up. Walmsley trying to scoop underneath.
Yeah, shot does not fall.
Can't get it to convert. Good foul there by Seitz. Again, smart foul. I think that's only his second foul. Doesn't send them to the free throw line, but would have prevented an easy basket. Again, high IQ play there.
The inbound pass. Aiden Martinez with the ball.
Night Nation, do you believe? Big Spring staying patient. Not getting shaken, not getting sped up. These are two district champion caliber teams going at it.
Timeout on the court with 2:10 remaining, called by Big Springs. Big Springs with the lead, 46-44. 2:10 remaining. Want to remind the fans you can go to our YouTube chat. Let us know the player of the game.
Who do you have right now?
I tell you, if Big Spring holds on, I would have to think Aiden Sally would be the player of the game.
Yeah.
22 points. I mean, you look at Eastern right now, if they were Brady Seitz, 15 points.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely. I knew he was primed and ready for a big game tonight. It's not over. Got 2 minutes, 10 seconds left here. Might need another three from him yet.
Still plenty of time. Already Brady Seitz with 5 threes.
As the Eastern faithful starts to chant.
Yeah, the Castle Crazies.
And this is what you work for, Todd. This is what you work for all year long.
And a
all
turnover.
And Zerby with the turnover and the foul by Big Spring. This is where all those sprints and all the lifting come into play, right here. Great defensive play by Zerby as he gets a break.
It all started back in October with practices, open gyms, and here we are in February, nearing the end of February. Eastern York with the possession as the 2-minute mark approaches in regulation.
It's getting loud in here now, Todd. The bleachers are shaking. Big Spring faithful.
Yeah, their student section's rocking. Walmsley down low.
8-footer, can't get it to go. Called a foul. It looks like it might be on 32.
That's Bryce Nicholson.
Yep, 32 on Nicholas. Or
6'4" junior.
Nicholson, I'm sorry. Here we go. Can Eastern manufacture another stop? Yeah, they forced 2 mistakes the last 2 possessions from Big Spring. They're going to need a third. Now the Eastern crowd getting into it.
And Big Springs looking to maybe take some time off the clock here as we approach under 90 seconds in regulations. Martinez with the rock, drives to the net. Nice pass down low.
Great pass to number 21,
Alan Walker with 4 points, and those were big bucket and a turnover.
Jump ball. Big Spring possession.
1:08 remaining, a 4-point lead for Big Spring. The winner of this game takes on the winner of Berks Catholic and Susquehanna Township at the Giants Center later in the week.
Eastern's going to need a little Golden Knight magic here, and I've seen it happen multiple times before. I've seen bigger rabbits pulled out of smaller hats.
Big Spring with the possession.
Eastern has a foul to give, and they use it here. Man, these guys are so wet and sweaty after all this action. They got to wipe up the floor here after everyone hits the deck. What a high school basketball game, Todd.
Here.
What a matchup. What a matchup here in the District 3 playoffs. And another turnover by Big Spring.
59.9 seconds remain, sports fans. Eastern with the possession. Down by 4. And a
Coach Sykes
timeout.
going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it.
On the court. Big Springs 48, Eastern York 44.
What a tremendous high school basketball game, Todd.
Great atmosphere here at the Castle, and we thank the fans for tuning in tonight to Sports Shooting Stars. It's going to be a busy broadcast week for Sports Shooting Stars. As I mentioned moments ago, we'll travel to Central York tomorrow. They'll play host to Chambersburg, coming in Chambersburg with J.J. Kelly, the Ohio Bobcat commit. Their all-time leading scorer at Chambersburg. And Dallastown holds off Lebanon Cedars tonight, 37-35, to punch their ticket to the sweetest place on earth. They'll play the winner of Red Lion and Central Dolphin.
It could be a rematch of the YAIAA girls title game.
And it could be at the sweetest place on earth, Giant Center.
It'll be sweet and fitting there. Be a lot of Lion faithful and Wildcats there.
I believe that game will be Thursday. I believe that game will be Thursday at 8 p.m. at the Giant Center for the girls 6A District 3
I think the girls
champion.
5A plays right before that, which could be Suburban and I forget who's on the bottom side of that bracket. Suburban's up 43-40 with 19 seconds left. Oh, 48-40, I'm sorry, with 19 seconds. So they might be able to go to another district title game.
Yeah, and they were there last year.
I remember last year, Paige Garner hit the winning free throw as Cunningham from the corner. No good.
And it's steal by Walmsley. He puts it in, Walmsley.
It's a 2-point game here, folks.
With 11
it's
as
pandemonium in the Castle.
Is down to 39.8 seconds. Big Spring with a 2-point lead, 48-46. As the tension mounts here inside the Castle. Do not go away anywhere, sports fans. 39.8 seconds remain. Big Spring holding on to a 2-point lead.
And they charged Eastern with their final timeout there, which there seemed to be some confusion that nobody called it.
Correct, as the seconds continue to tick off the clock. Now Big Spring has one timeout remaining. And it take us inside Eastern York's huddle. What's going on right now inside that huddle with Coach Sykes?
Well, you got no fouls to give, so you got to make a play on the ball. You have to maybe throw a trap, something sneaky, try to get in the passing lane and force a turnover. What you can't do is foul a shooter. Okay, that's one of the cardinal sins. But here, Big Spring doesn't even have to shoot the ball. So I got to feel like they're going to throw a trap, try to get a turnover. If not, they're going to have to use one to try to get a possession back. Hopefully they miss one at the free throw line. If not, you at least extend the game a little bit.
This comes down to the final 39.8 seconds. Big Spring with the possession.
And Carter Walmsley had Trevor Seitz is trying to foul, doesn't get it.
Walmsley now with his fourth.
And Walmsley had to.
And something to keep an eye on if this game were to go into bonus basketball here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
as it sends number 21, Alan Walker, to the charity stripe. The 5'11" senior with 4 points. And these are big shots here, Brian.
Alan Walker misses the first. Leaves the door open.
Yes.
Here comes Nicholson back in for Zerby. Now this is where the little things come into play, Todd. You can't get too far ahead of yourself. You got to box out. If it's a miss, you got to rebound.
And a miss, and a scramble for the ball. Big Spring comes up with it.
And they call Big Springs out on the line.
Wow.
With possession of the ball. And Eastern has a chance to tie or take the lead here. 33.8 seconds left. High atop the River Hill at Ken Stoner Court.
As Walmsley with the rock sets up his offense.
Eastern ball underneath.
Eastern ball. 17.7 seconds remain.
And the student section is on their feet.
Oh, and the
They're
action's happening
exasperated.
right down here by the Castle Crazies, our broadcast table. The inbound pass to Walmsley.
And Walmsley goes to the line,
Wow.
shooting 2 to tie the game.
And talk
this
about
is
big
what you
shots.
work for. How many times are you on the free throw line in your backyard with nobody watching, thinking you're in this very position?
Wow.
I got Walmsley sinking too.
And about 1,500 fans here packed inside. Big shot, first shot made by Walmsley. Gives Carter 12 points. He'll have another opportunity to tie it up here, Brian.
No timeouts left for the night, so after he makes this, you got to be a heads-up play here. Is Big Spring gonna call a
16.5
timeout?
seconds.
There was a substitution. Yep, that's good coaching on Coach Sykes' part. Gets to stop the game, get the sub in. Now, will Big Spring call a timeout?
They have one remaining in their
One
back
left.
pocket.
Eastern, you're one stop and a rebound away.
All tied
Everyone
up.
is on their feet.
And a timeout called
And the Dogs use their
by
last
head coach
timeout.
Jason Creek with 13.3 seconds remaining. 48-48, Big Spring, Eastern York. We talked earlier in the game, Brian, it's going to come down to potentially the last shot. And what a game this has been here from the Castle.
What a game. And Eastern has a knack of forcing turnovers in these type of situations. I've seen it the last 3-4 years. Can they do it again? You all at home watching have witnessed it occur in the second half multiple times. Do they have one more piece of Golden Knight magic in them to potentially get a shot to win the game?
It's been an incredible game so far here along the Susquehanna River here in Wrightsville, Pennsylvania. Big Springs coming off the timeout will have the possession.
Oh, Todd, my heart is racing. I got goosebumps. I would rather be
Takes
nowhere
you back
else.
to the days of playing here.
Big time.
at Eastern
Where else
York.
would you rather be?
This Monday night Sports Shooting Stars. We bring the game to you, and we thank you for tuning in tonight.
It's one of them games where you hate to see either team lose.
Yes, exactly.
Both teams have played great game, stuck to their game plan, overcame adversity in many different ways. And here we are, tied up, 13.3 left. You have to think you want to get the ball to the elder Sally.
And here we are under 10 seconds. Martinez with the rock.
Going to the hoop against Walmsley. And Big Spring on the line. They're saying they want some time back on the clock. There's no timeouts left.
Yeah,
It's going to have to be a
0.3
catch and
seconds.
launch. It's going to have to be a catch and launch. This is where I'm talking about that night magic. Coming down.
And does not give
And
it
we
off
got
in
overtime.
time. And we're having bonus basketball here from the Castle. 4-minute overtime. We're all tied up 48-48. Leading scorer for Eastern York, Brady Seitz, followed by Carter Walmsley's 13 points. For Big Spring, well, Aiden Sally with 22 points. And Aiden Martinez with 10 points.
What a tremendous high school basketball game.
Well, the fans have gotten their money's worth and then some here tonight. Whether you're here live, part of the 1,500 fans that are here, or you're watching on our stream, thank you for tuning in tonight. And we'll take a brief time out.
We got Carter Walmsley.
Discover unforgettable journeys with Kraus Travel, your go-to agency for family vacations, luxury getaways, and adventure tours. Dreaming of an African safari, a European river cruise, or a cozy couple's escape? Our experts tailor each trip to your unique style. Experience the majesty of glaciers and vibrant cityscapes as our images inspire wanderlust. Ready to explore the world with Kraus Travel? Visit us now at kraustravel.com to start your adventure.
I think you wanted a commercial.
The Big Spring student section. Now it's the Castle Crazies' turn as we tip off here.
And Eastern starts with a turnover. Here's where we'll see what each team's made of. Again, Todd, I keep saying, this is where all that preseason work, all the sprints, all the lifts, all the off-season workouts, this is where it pays off, right here.
The inbound pass now, the Big Spring, and a scramble for the ball.
Good hustle by Carter Walmsley.
Yeah.
Man, taking a liberty there.
Yeah.
Going around for he got called for one of those earlier. I believe it was his third foul in the second quarter. And tried it again. Got away with it this time. And they got the charge on Sally. Great defense by Carter Walmsley.
Walmsley standing in on it.
This Eastern team just has a knack for making plays at the right time.
Well, this is the time to make it, Brian.
These kids play together. They play for one another.
All or nothing here for both teams. Overtime, all tied up 48-48. Brady Seitz with the rock. Marcos shot, misses baseline. Rebound by Landon Sally now with the possession. Scoreless here in overtime.
Elder Sally for three.
And it falls in. Brexton Heckendorn gives Big Spring the 2-point lead, 50-48.
Gritty play there by Heckendorn with the offensive rebound and putback. Cunningham for three off the mark. And you can tell both of these teams are very well coached.
Wow.
Huge
three
by Sally.
Aiden Sally. What a shot in the three-point. Gives Aiden
Spring
Sally.
draws first and second blood here in overtime.
25 points for Aiden Sally.
Zerby goes to the basket and gets fouled.
Yeah, Matthew Zerby fouled on the play. Averaging 4 points a game, looking for his first points tonight. Big shots here from the charity stripe. Down by 5 Eastern York here in overtime. 53-48 with 2:10 remaining. Zerby connects.
Zerby calmly sinks the first. An absolutely raucous crowd here at Ken Stoner Court. Second one rims out. 4-point game, 2 minutes to go. I'm having deja vu.
It's here. Overtime bonus basketball for our fans watching on Sports Shooting Stars. Seitz
Good
comes up with
defense
it.
there by Zerby. Great rebound by Seitz. Marcos coming down. Passes to Zerby for the layup.
And the put
Good
in.
left hand finish.
Matthew Zerby with 3. And now Eastern York down by 2, 53-51.
Here we go.
90 seconds remain here in overtime. Big Spring with a 2-point lead, 53-51. Martinez with the rock.
Carter Walmsley with the perimeter defense.
Down low to Aiden Sally.
Inexplicable call here. Sally scores and turns around to run away and knocks Anson Marcos over, and they call a hold on Anson Marcos.
Wow, they got you.
Not a good call. I'm going to go right out and say it. If I get in trouble, I get in trouble. That was not a good call.
And it will send Sally now to the charity stripe.
I mean, these kids work so hard all year long to have a call like that determine their fate down the stretch. Not a good call there by the referee.
Sally now, big shots. Misses his first attempt.
And what do they say at the courts, Todd? The ball doesn't lie. The ball doesn't lie. Shooters might, but the ball doesn't.
Sally, another opportunity from the free throw line. It falls
He gets
in.
1 and 2.
A 5-point lead now for Big Spring, 56-51. The feed down to Walmsley.
I was going to say, if he didn't give a foul there, we would have had some questions for him.
Yeah, and the and one here for Carter.
Absolute bedlam here at Ken Stoner Court.
Deafening here.
And as they wipe up the sweat from the floor, Coach Seitz gets an impromptu timeout.
Yeah, Carter Walmsley now has 15 points, matching Brady Seitz' 15 points. 1:05 remaining.
Brady Seitz for a 6-3,
and
he got it. He got it. Yes, sir.
And it ties this game up. What a game. What a shot by Brady Seitz.
And here we are again. Eastern digs himself a hole, and they work together and they work hard to get out of it. Can they get over the hump here? Can they keep the momentum going? As Coach Seitz uses his last time out there of this overtime period.
Brady Seitz with 18 points. All tied up here in overtime, 56-56. Brady Seitz leads his team with 18 points, and no bigger shot than that three-pointer to tie it up. Aiden Sally with 28 points for his team. And the Bulldog fan base here, they're making their presence felt.
What a tremendous atmosphere. You only get this in high school basketball. You only get this in high school sports. I think I've seen a few gray hairs sprout out of Coach Seitz' head here in overtime.
Big Spring with the possession.
Good defense by Zerby out top. They got a 5-second count for his efforts. And again, Todd, we keep seeing Eastern with the ability to make a big play on defense when they need it, when the chips are down. They somehow make a play through their grittiness and toughness. And here they are with a chance
on the
to
door
go ahead.
with the lead here, the possession as we're under a minute remaining. And yeah, you sense maybe Eastern looking to hold for the final possession under 30 seconds in overtime. The clock continues to tick under 20 seconds. Brady Seitz
under 15 seconds here.
Directing traffic. Down low to Walmsley.
Walmsley misses a layup.
Misses the shot. Now Big Springs.
And Walmsley misses an opportunity there to win the game. Great play call, great pass. And a smart timeout called there by Sally. And they're asking to get a couple ticks put back on the clock, which I would tend to agree with, maybe up to a second based on what I saw there.
Well, right now they're
oh
going
my
with
goodness.
6 seconds. It was a 3.6.
Very, very generous there.
3 seconds on the clock. Big Springs out of timeouts as well. Both teams talking things over here, Brian. And the Bulldogs will have an opportunity.
Here we go. Eastern backs up against the wall again on defense.
Back and
forth.
forth.
A stop and a rebound, or even better, a turnover and a basket. Yeah, I mean, I would have thought 4.6 maybe at the most. And Coach Seitz is having a talk now about it. I don't know what good it's going to do, but here we go. Big Spring coming 94 feet. Just needs a basket to win. There you go.
And we're underway. Sally's shot comes up short.
Double overtime here.
Double overtime. And are you ready for more basketball? Well, bonus basketball 2.0 here.
I don't know if I could be having any more fun than I am right now, Todd.
Your alma mater, right in it. Both teams just knocking at the door. Of course, the winner of this game will punch their ticket to the sweetest place on earth to take on the winner of Berks Catholic and Susquehanna Township. And another 4-minute round of overtime, and
another timeout for each coach. And a few more gray hairs. So the winner of this game will play Berks Catholic.
And a winner of this game awaits Berks Catholic for the district chip in Hershey. Another 4 minutes of basketball here.
And the Dogs staying in their zone. Eastern content, swinging and passing. Cunningham baseline. No good. Walmsley tips it out. Good decision there by Cunningham. Brady Sites for a 7-3. No good. Another tip out, this time by Cunningham. Man, these kids play hard, Todd.
Yes.
They're looking to get the ball into Carter Walmsley.
And Walmsley.
The ball. A lot of contact there, no call.
Yeah, no call. Gives Walmsley 17. And now Eastern York with the 2-point lead.
And Walmsley with 4 fouls, can't afford to foul. I'll tell you what though, Sally is very good at using his weight.
Yeah.
And throwing it around and getting open. And that's a 30-piece McNugget for Mr. Sally.
With action here, Eastern York, Big Spring all tied up 58-58 here in the second overtime. Feed down low to Walmsley, and the put in.
Walmsley converts. Great pass by Cunningham. Oh my God, Walmsley makes a play on the ball and gets called for his 5th foul.
Wow.
Again, I'll have to look at that one in slow motion, but I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
As Walmsley fouled out. He'll finish with 19 points.
Finish with 19, and we'll see if the Bulldogs can make good on this absolute gift that they were just handed.
We'll send Aiden Sally with 30 points to the charity stripe. Came in averaging 23 points per game.
Can Eastern hold on? So, if I'm Eastern Knights right now, whether he makes or miss this, Spring's going to sit back in their zone. I'm content not even shooting until they have to come out and foul. Now, I know there's those of us among us that want a shot clock, and they might be right, but that's not going to happen today.
No, and right now, Eastern York clinging to a 1-point lead.
So they extend the zone out a little bit, and Nicholson turns it over. Definitely going to be an uphill battle here without Walmsley on the court.
Well, and his 19 points.
And a defensive stop by the Knights and a foul call. Again, I'll critique these guys. Not sure if that's an actual good foul call or not, but looks like it sends number 10. Or was that called on number 1?
I believe it was called.
They're saying it's 5 fouls on somebody. And that's Martinez. Or no?
No, I think it was Aiden Martinez with 5.
Okay. So here comes Nader Alajalani, I'm sorry. And so now, a good player going from each team.
Yes.
Next man up, who can make the play? As Nicholson sinks the first one.
With 3 points.
And the
2
second
for
one.
2.
And the Knights go up 3 with 1:45 to go here.
As we approach the 90-second mark here in the double overtime.
This is where your fundamentals come into play. How well conditioned are you? All those sprints. Eastern doing a good job defending. So you got a foul call there. Looks like the younger Sally brother's going to go to the line.
Yeah, it's Landon Sally with 8 points.
Couldn't tell who they called that one on. Most likely Nicholson. And he misses the first.
Yes, he'll have another opportunity.
Golden Knight faithful, do you believe? 2-point game, 1 minute to go. Deja vu
And
again.
there we are. But now Eastern York with the rock. Brady Seitz.
Got to get the ball in the hands of Seitz. And there they go. Going to do a quick huddle here.
Brady Seitz with 18 points. Now he'll try from the free throw line. We know beyond the arc he can make it, and he makes that first attempt.
No bigger free throws in his life were taken, and he's out there not smiling.
And with this second completion, it would be a 2-possession game essentially with a 4-point lead.
Brady Seitz.
Brady.
Cool as a cucumber out here. 6-2 to go up 4.
That's 20 points. 20 points for Brady Seitz. Under a minute remains.
Sally looking for a shot.
Wow.
That's a baseline. The
baseline shot.
Brother. Another 2-point game here, under a minute.
Gives Landon 11 points. Timeout called with 32.5 seconds remain in double overtime.
Getting a little too hairy there. Coach had to call one.
Your score, Eastern York 64, Big Spring 62. Talk things over. Coach Seitz using his one and only timeout here in the second overtime.
My God, what a tremendous effort here by the Golden Knights with their best player fouled out of the game with over 2 minutes left in double overtime. And they come together and they find a way to make a play when it needs to be made.
As we mentioned earlier, the fans have certainly gotten their money's worth here tonight.
Yes, no refunds will be given.
Eastern York with the 2-point lead, 64-62. It
doesn't get any better than this, Todd.
Sometimes you just let the sounds of the gym take over, and
here we go.
Eastern York with the possession. Inbound pass to Marcos.
Way to be strong with the ball there. Anson with it out top.
And a little bit of keep away right now.
Back to Anson. And they foul Brady Seitz. Puts him on the line for his potentially 21st and 22nd point of the night.
Probably the last person you want to send to the charity stripe right now.
Absolutely. I gotta say, we came into this game saying that Brady Seitz was going to have a big game, and here he is making a profit out of it.
Welcome to Sitesville, huh?
Absolutely.
Brady Seitz now with 21 points and a 3-point lead now for Eastern, and this is big right here.
Huge.
Potential two-possession game, and he sinks it.
Why wouldn't he?
The three-point shot off
No
the
good.
iron.
Eastern survives.
Off the mark there. Still in play. And Eastern York with the win.
It's pandemonium here.
66-62 as the student section has ran out onto the court.
And the Knights go back to the District 3 championship game at the sweetest place on earth.
What a game. Eastern York with the win, 66-62 in double overtime. Much to the delight of the fan base here.
Absolutely.
On their home court. Congratulations.
What a tremendous game. A hard-fought game by Big Spring. Great high school basketball playoff game. Eastern's tenacity, grit, and teamwork come through in the end to bring the W.
Wow, what a game. And we thank you for tuning in tonight to Sports Shooting Stars. Brady Seitz with 22 points, and no bigger than those free throw shots near the end. Carter Walmsley fouled out in this game with 5 fouls, but finished with 19 points. For Big Springs, the leading scorer, Aiden Sally with 31 points.
And I got to say this, we got Brady Seitz here getting water out of the decanter. While everyone else is celebrating, that boy's thirsty. He had a heck of a game. Probably going to be our player of the game.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about that. And Brady, yep. Brady Seitz with a big game, big shots near the end, and as the fans file out here at the Castle.
What more could you ask for, Todd?
What a
I
game.
told you, I seen bigger rabbits pulled out of smaller hats, and the Eastern Knights do it.
They did it tonight.
Against all odds, down 5 or 6 in crunch time and regulation, and just stuck together, trusted each other, and made plays when they had to.
Eastern York punches their ticket to the sweetest place on earth, where they'll take on Berks Catholic later in the week from the sweetest place on earth. And congratulations again to Eastern York. They delivered big tonight. And it has to make you proud, Brian, as an alumni.
Oh, absolutely. I'm proud to be a part of the team here at Sports Shooting Stars, and an opportunity like this comes and can't pass it up. Tremendous win here for the Golden Knights, and hopefully they get one more here in the district playoffs. So what Coach Seitz does is he puts...
Yeah, with the crowd there.
Sports Shooting Stars. We bring the game to you.
There you go.
We're joined by Brady Seitz. He finishes with 22 points and no bigger shots. Come on out here, Brady. Yeah. No bigger shots than that free throw. What was going through your mind there near the end in double overtime?
You know, I just knew it was going to be tough to get a stop, and getting that two possession lead, being up 4, is a lot better than up 3. Obviously, they have 2 really good shooters, so a 3 is not very hard for them to get. So to be able to make those was really exciting.
Yeah, I mentioned that in the broadcast, a 2-possession game. And now you punch your ticket to the Giants Center and going back there, maybe potentially for back-to-back district championship. You'll be playing Berks Catholic. Your thoughts?
You know, I'm not sure. I haven't paid too much attention to them. We don't have many common opponents, but Berks is Berks. So often when they graduate, they reload, become just as good as the year before, and it'll be a challenge, but we're all up for it.
Well, my partner's an alumni of Eastern York. He probably has a question or two to ask you.
When we were talking in the pregame, Brady, I told him, and you can ask him, I said, Brady Seitz is going to have a big night tonight. And you made a profit out of me. Now, what stood out to me most is that you guys had your backs against the wall so many times on defense, and you guys found a way to make a play through your grittiness and toughness. What do you attribute that quality to?
Personally, I think the difficulty of our division. You know, you have 2 games a year against a West York, 2 games a year against Suburban, so you're not winning all those games in the fourth quarter. A lot of times you're down and have to fight back. So, you know, we just were able to build that skill over the years and over the course of the season, and it helped us a lot tonight.
Yeah, no doubt. Your teammate Carter Walmsley fouled out with 19 points. What a 1-2 punch. Well, congratulations. Go enjoy it with your team. Anything you'd like to say to the fans that are watching tonight?
No, just back to chocolate where we go. Hoping for number 2.
Get those candy bars ready. Congratulations, Brady Seitz. 22 points. Big win here tonight on Sports Shooting Stars. And, wow, I'm kind of speechless. What a game.
Nothing that needs to be said. Tremendous game here at Ken Stoner Court, high on the River Hill. And I was proud to be a part of it. I'd like to, again, shout out our sponsors. And we couldn't do this without you. Anyone who wants to become a sponsor, reach out to us on Facebook and let us know as we make our sojourn here through this postseason.
Well, for Todd Edwards,
I'm Brian Singer.
We're Sports Shooting Stars. Thank you for tuning in. We bring the game
to you.
Discover unforgettable journeys with Kraus Travel, your go-to agency for family vacations, luxury getaways, and adventure tours. Dreaming of an African safari, a European river cruise, or a cozy couple's escape? Our experts tailor each trip to your unique style. Experience the majesty of glaciers and vibrant cityscapes as our images inspire wanderlust. Ready to explore the world with Kraus Travel? Visit us now at kraustravel.com to start your adventure.
Sports Shooting Stars. We bring the game to you.